Cruise.co.uk presents the bucket list cruise package, Escorted Angkor Wat, Limestone Islands of Halong Bay, Kuching Tunnels and beaches of Bali and Thailand. On this once-in-a-lifetime trip, you will see the very best of Vietnam and the Far East and enjoy the beautiful beaches, tropical gardens, historical landmarks and traditional temples. Awaiting you in this exclusive Cruise.co.uk bucket list cruise is an 8-night escorted land tour with a local expert, a journey to the floating markets of the Mekong Delta, an overnight stay on a traditional junk ship on the emerald waters of Halong Bay, and a 12-night stay on board the luxury 5-star Celebrity Millennium. On this land tour, you'll arrive in Hanoi and spend a few nights here before visiting Halong Bay and then flying to Saigon. You'll then see the Mekong Delta and the Kuching Tunnels of Saigon before flying to Siem Reap to see the amazing temples and then flying to Singapore, where you'll spend a night before boarding your ship. On day 1, you'll fly overnight from the UK to Hanoi. You'll then spend the second day exploring the city around you after having met your guide and being escorted to your hotel. You can then explore the monuments and colonial architecture in the old quarter or head to the shores of Hoan Kiem Lake and the nearby Gok San Temple. On your third day, you'll go on an escorted tour of Hanoi to see the main sites, which include the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum, the Temple of Literature and the One Pillar Pagoda. In the evening, you'll enjoy watching a water puppet show, which is an ancient Vietnamese art of entertainment. On day 4, you will journey to Halong Bay to explore its emerald waters on a traditional junk boat. You'll stay overnight on this boat after you've sailed through the World Heritage listed waters in between the limestone karsts or islands covered in greenery. On day 5, you will fly to Saigon, Vietnam's southern city, which is otherwise known as Ho Chi Minh City. View the French influence upon the city in Lan Sum Square or try the local delicacy of snake and scorpion wine. On day 6, travel to Kai Bi in the Mekong Delta to see the famous floating markets by boat. See the wares and smell the food around the floating stalls as you meander through a land of floating shops, restaurants and houses. You'll be amazed at the floating livelihoods of the locals and the winding rivers and greenery. On day 7, you leave Saigon to visit the Kuching Tunnels. These historic passages played a pivotal part in the Vietnam War and were used by the Viet Cong as a secret network. You'll explore these yourself and have the chance to appreciate the living conditions during the war. On day 8, you'll visit the Angkor complex in Cambodia and visit Angkor Thom and Bayon, Elephant Terrace and the Terrace of Leopard Kings and Ta Prohm, which are all series of well-preserved ancient sites and temples. As if these attractions weren't enough, you'll then visit the incredible Angkor Wat Temple, one of the most important archaeological sites in the Southeast Asia, as well as being an architectural masterpiece. On day 9, you'll fly to Singapore, home to bustling markets and high-rise buildings as well as a wealth of nature. You could take a bus to just outside the city to visit a rainforest full of lizards, monkeys, birds and exotic plants, or you could simply sit back and relax in a local botanical gardens. You'll embark on your cruise at Singapore. From there you'll sail south to Bali, north to Phuket to see the Big Buddha Phuket, to Penang and Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, before returning to Singapore, where you'll catch a flight back home. On day 10, you will leave Singapore as you embark on the Celebrity Millennium to begin your 12-day sailing. Your ship is a luxurious 5-star vessel with specialty dining, spacious cabins, and modern and contemporary decor and luxury. Your vessel was also the first ship to feature the Lawn Club and boasts a great selection of bars and exquisite service. On day 13, you will dock in BENOA, Bali, to spend 3 days in this tropical paradise. You'll have time to explore the island and watch the native kikak dance, visit Puri Dalem Tanan Kaja Temple and visit a turtle sanctuary. Alternatively, relax on the white sands, swim in the crystal clear waters and snorkel amongst the bright shoals of fish. On day 19, you'll arrive in Phuket. You can spend the day enjoying a trip around the town on freewheeled tuk-tuks, visiting the 45-metre tall Phuket Buddha, or take a trip to James Bond Island. You could even venture to Koh Phi Phi, the famous backdrop for the film The Beach. On day 20, you'll visit Penang in Malaysia. It's a chance to visit her tropical gardens or Kek Lok Sai Temple, which is one of the biggest temples in Southeast Asia. The city has a rich colonial history as well as strong Chinese influences and is home to countless impressive temples, beaches and areas to explore her fascinating history. On day 21, you'll explore Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. This cosmopolitan city has towering skyscrapers, colonial-era landmarks and architecture, multicultural communities and lively streets. Spend the day visiting the landmark of Petronas Towers, which stand 452 metres tall, visiting some of the vibrant art museums, or try your hand at haggling in the central market. On day 22, you'll arrive back in Singapore and disembark before you board your flight back to the UK. Cruise.co.uk is the only place where you can book this incredible journey of a lifetime, and our specialist cruise consultants will guide you every step of the way. Our consultants have years of experience in the travel industry and know how to provide the very best holiday experience possible. We offer this amazing journey and many more. Awaiting you in this exclusive Cruise.co.uk bucket list cruise is an 8-night escorted land tour with a local expert, a journey to the floating markets of the Mekong Delta, an overnight stay on a traditional junk ship on the emerald waters of Halong Bay, and a 12-night stay on board the luxury 5-star Celebrity Millennium. Cruise.co.uk's bucket list cruise of Escorted Angkor Wat, Limestone Islands of Halong Bay, Kuchi tunnels and beaches of Bali and Thailand is a trip you'll never forget. If you're interested in this bucket list cruise, contact our consultants.